Welcome back to Kris versus Everybody. I'm your host, Kris Canty, and this is the podcast where I talk about anything unedited, uncensored, unapologetic. No filters, no fluff, just real talk from yours truly. This episode has been brought to you by the Crisscross Studios YouTube channel. Hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss a new episode. And if you're listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, hit that follow button to stay up to date with every new episode as it drops. Thank you for tuning in, and thank you for your support. Now let's get into it. There was a time, stay with me, everybody, when kids woke up early on Saturday. Not for school, not for practice. Well, I did, but not because a tablet buzzed. Not because something else happened in the day that you had to get up for. Kids got up on Saturdays because cartoons were on. And if you missed them, you missed them. No pause button, no binge, no algorithm deciding what you liked, just pajamas, cereal, and imagination. And I think kids today desperately need that back. Kids today don't need more screen time. They need better screen time. And that's where Saturday morning cartoons come in. Because Saturday morning cartoons weren't just entertainment. They were a ritual, a shared experience, a weekly reward for surviving school. They taught patience, anticipation, and joy in a way on-demand culture simply does not do. You had to wake all week. You had to wake up early on Saturday. You had to plan your morning around a schedule that wasn't designed just for you. And that alone taught kids something important. The world doesn't revolve around instant gratification. That is what it taught. Today, kids can watch anything, anytime. And somehow, with infinite options, they're more bored than ever. More options, and they're more bored. That's crazy. Saturday morning cartoons forced creativity. When the episodes ended, you didn't swipe to the next episode. You went outside, or you played with your toys, or you helped around the house, played video games, or you became the character with imagination. You argued with friends over who was the hero, who was the villain, who had the coolest powers. Imagination filled the gaps. You didn't need a screen to help you stay happy. Now the gaps are gone. Everything is hyper-produced, hyper-paced, and endlessly available. There's no room to wonder because the next thing autoplays in 5 seconds. Cartoons also used to be age-appropriate. They were silly without being overstimulating. Moral without being preachy. Weird without being cynical. Good guys were good, bad guys were bad. Lessons were clear, not condescending. Kids learned teamwork, friendship, consequences, problem solving, not from lectures, but from stories they loved. And here's something we don't talk about enough. Saturday morning cartoons weren't often the only calm moment in a busy household. Parents got to sleep in. No homework, no pressure, just a soft pause on life. That matters for developing nervous systems. That matters for mental health. Today's kids are overscheduled, overmonitored, and overstimulated. Sports, tutoring, screens, notifications, adult conversations they're not ready for. Saturday morning cartoons gave kids permission just to be kids. There's also the community aspect. Everyone watching the same things on Saturdays. On Monday, you talked about it at school. You laughed about the same jokes. You shared references. It built connection. Now every kid is in their own algorithm. Can't say it right. They're in their own algorithm. Same platform, totally different content. No shared cultural moment, just isolated consumption. Consumption. I can't even speak today. But let's be honest. Cartoons taught us kids how to lose and fail safely. The hero didn't always win right away. Plans fell apart, villains escaped, characters learned lessons the hard way. That's important in a world where everything is now optimized, filtered, and curated to avoid the discomfort. Saturday morning cartoons weren't perfect, but they were human. They marked time. They helped kids understand weeks, routines, and balance. School days were for structure, weekends were for joy. That rhythm matters. Kids need markers in time that say, this moment is yours. Right now, childhood feels like one long blur of content, endless, flat, always available. And that's not how memories are made. Memories are made when something feels special, limited, and earned. And here's the big one. Cartoons didn't replace parenting. It supported it. It gave parents a break. Okay? It gave them a break. It gave families shared nostalgia. It created low stakes bonding. A parent didn't need to hover, just be nearby, because that trust matters. We keep asking kids why kids struggle with attention, creativity, patience, and emotional regulation, while stripping away the very systems that quietly taught those skills. It's crazy, isn't it? Saturday morning cartoons were never just about the cartoons. They were about structure without pressure, joy without productivity, entertainment without surveillance, imagination without metrics. Kids today don't need to go backward. They just need something intentional again. So, no, Saturday morning cartoons aren't just nostalgia for adults who missed their childhood. They are a blueprint, a reminder that kids deserve time that isn't optimized, tracked, or monetized. Time that belongs to them. Time that teaches waiting, wonder, and imagination. Bring back the ritual. Bring back the shared moment. Bring back the quiet joy of serial cartoons and nothing else to do. Because childhood shouldn't feel like a shared feed. It should feel like Saturday morning. And that's something worth fighting for. And that has been another edition of Kris versus Everybody. See you guys next time.